Hi, I'm theciaellis and welcome to Grandma's Homestead. I really need to work on my trim some more, but I've also noticed, as anybody who's ever on a homestead or doing anything, there's always something happening that needs your attention also. I noticed that when I had done my Texas trash pie, as the sun went down, so did my light. And so I'm trying to set up some lights in this very dark kitchen. I've already got two lights set up, and I did that a few weeks ago, but I need another one. So I'm working on how to do it though, without, yeah, we'll get it figured out, I guess. So what I went out to the chicken tractor and got a couple of these because we don't use them in our chicken tractor, and I have a box of lights out there. I found one of these. So what I have, and I'm sorry, my kitchen is a mess, but I've already, see, is that Mickey rigged or what? And I've got another one up here that's Mickey rigged. So, but there's no plug-ins. So what I'm thinking about doing is doing that and hooking it in to that light and finding how far over I'll have to go to put it on the ceiling. Because that is pretty short, it won't be able to go very far, but it's got to provide some light. So I got my chain already cut. I've got the light. I've got these to hook it onto, but now I need to find where the studs are and how close I need to get to that light. Probably pretty darn close. We'll have to see. Alright, so what it's looking like, I think I've got a stud. I put a little mark right there. And obviously where this seam is, I believe there's a stud also. Well, I say obviously, like in this house you would know, but I believe that's going to work. They're a little bit close together. I don't know. And the only reason is because this thing is much longer, and so now I got to figure out how I want to do, if I want centered between that, and if I center it, the light will go well over this shelf up here. But I'm not sure I want to do that. But the same, because I want my light over here. But if I do that, then it'll be off-centered, and that might make me a little crazy too. I'm not sure what I want to do yet. Alright, on this one here, there's an extra hole because my drill bit broke off. I mean, it got stuck in it, and I was trying to back it out. The gripper was set on the tightest one, but it was too small, I guess. And then when I was trying to do it with the needle nose pliers, it snapped off. So I had to move my hole over a little bit. That's fine. Okay, so now I've got these. I'm hoping it's not too low. I guess it's adjustable. I can figure out how to adjust it one way or another. Then I don't know. The brackets that I had found were too wide for this piece, and then I went looking for the right brackets, and I cannot find them. So I'm going to have to do something different. I think that's supposed to be zip ties. But it looks like there's string and other stuff in that container too. I don't know. So I think I'm going to have to zip tie my light to my chain. Let's see how it goes after that. Well, that's ugly, but it's functional, and I guess it'll work. All right, now that I've got some decent light, I need to package up some ground venison. Tom has broken down a deer that I got a couple days ago and has ground it up, and now I need to put it into 1 pound bags. We've got 14 pounds of ground. We do have a couple of deer shanks. Some people, it's a kind of an inside joke for them. They call them deer shins. And if those are cooked right, they're very tender and very tasty. And then Tom saved the heart for me, so I can figure out how to cook that. So let's get these wrapped up. Okay, I really wasn't going to show this part, but I think I am going to show you. This, we're getting to the end of the row. This has had a rough life. The cutter was having some troubles. And these things that they've been advertising everywhere for cutting wrapping paper, well, guess what? It works for butcher paper too. You slide it in there, put the length you want. You do a better job than what I'm doing here, and it slides right through. I mean, scissors would have worked pretty good too, but this is pretty cool. I like it. Pretty quick too. Alright, that's a pretty darn good haul right there. I know that most people who do their own meat processing and stuff use those sealers, the like Seal-A-Meal or were they plastic sealers, but we used to have one years ago. We always had trouble, and of course maybe it was because it was years ago. We always had trouble with the seal coming undone or something happening with it. With these, I have them, first of all, I put them in the Ziploc baggies because later on I've got to thaw this. If I've just wrapped it in regular saran wrap or something, there's nothing to seal it, and juice gets everywhere in the refrigerator. So if it's in a sealed bag and then wrapped in freezer paper, which I love, it insulates it. It keeps it. I can have this in the freezer for 2 or 3 years, maybe more. I don't know. Our stuff never lasts that long, but it does not get freezer burn when it's wrapped like this. So it's got a good insulation. I do have to when it's such a good insulation that when I take it out of the freezer and need to thaw it, I generally unwrap it from the freezer paper just so it will actually thaw. Otherwise, it'll stay frozen for a while. But I like doing it this way. It's a good way for me to label it, and I know exactly what's in it, and I know what year, I know how many pounds, I know if it's venison heart, deer shanks, backstrap, ground, whatever it is, it's labeled on there. It's not on a label that will come off. It is on there, and it is insulated, and I like it. Okay, I'm discovering, because this camera that I bought a few weeks ago does not have a screen where I can look at it and see what you guys see. I've had some really interesting headshot looking things, and also I've noticed that there's no stabilizer with it, and it's wobbly. So I'm trying to put this on a my desk inside, because I sometimes when the weather's nice I do it outside, but I'm doing it inside now. But we'll see if we can get this done. So it was good to get the light. I need the light. This is a dark house, so I got the light done. It's good to get the freezer full, and it's just good to get a few things done. And that's pretty much all I've got for you today. I do want to remind you of a couple of things. I really am working to get to 1,000 subscribers and get some more views. I'm going to continue to work to make to improve what I produce and put out to you. But I would appreciate if you would tell other people about this old lady that's trying to build a homestead and do stuff out here, and make a life for herself out here. But share this channel, press the like button, and subscribe if you haven't yourself. I also want to tell you that I on Etsy, it's scriptureskits.etsy.com. I have started doing skits and short plays and stuff that you can purchase there, and it's just a print on demand type thing. I've only got one up right now, but I've got several that I'm preparing to put up for you. But check it out. All right, guys, that's all I've got for you. I do want to remind you, because I did get out of the habit of doing this, to live until you die. God bless, guys. I'll see you next time.